Goliath Level 8 Upgrade. Hey guys, today I have another upgrade for my T-Maxx Goliath. Now what I have today is another product from RCRavenINC, the same company I got my springs from, these nice silver springs I have on them. And this time around I have their nice looking roll cage. Now unlike the other roll cages I've seen for the T-Maxx and E-Maxx, normally they'd mount in between the two posts that hold the front and rear bumpers on. Let's see if I can get a good look at them. Here we go. Yeah, they'd mount, just sit right in between here, or some of them would mount outside right here on this screw. On this roll cage, it actually mounts in between the bulkheads. It'll remove this little bar right here and it'll mount right on there. So it definitely has a lot more of a secure mounting to the chassis. It won't move, as well as it looks going to be really cool. Let me just pull this out of here real quick. And as you guys can see, it is nice and silver. It's actually hand welded stainless steel that's been chromed, so it's going to be a lot stronger than aluminum. And since it's stainless steel and chromed, it's not going to rust as easily. But as you guys can see, its construction is very, very good. Nice thing about this is they have a lifetime warranty, I believe, or if it's a year warranty. Yeah, it's a 1-year warranty. Is if any of these welds break, you can send it in and they will re-weld it and clean it, polish it back up, make it look pretty again, which is very, very nice. It definitely gives you enough time if you're going to be breaking this thing a lot. But also in the package they also give you some mounting hardware, some screws and nuts, because when you put this through, you're just going to have a nut on the end. Well, I'm going to do something different though. You'll see what I do when the time comes. But for now, let's get crack-a-lackin'. Let's get the tires off. To start things off, we're going to move each tire, and each one of them is held on with a single 8mm wheel nut. Now with all 4 tires removed, we can now work on mounting the new roll cage for the T-Maxx. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the 2 screws that are on top of both the front and rear bumper. It's the exact same for both of them, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this one screw right here on both sides. This little rod is going to come out because I have the Integy single rods for the bulkhead. I'm going to be modifying this so I can use both this and the cage at the same time. I'll show you guys what I'll be doing with that. But for now guys, for both front and rear, just remove this one top screw. Alright guys, so originally I was going to be putting these, shortening them and putting them in between the little bracket right here. But after a few days of actually trying to grind these down so that it will fit, I'm going to take a break from that and I'm just going to install this the way it was originally intended to. I will, off screen, when I get a chance, grind these all the way down so that they fit, but for now I'm just going to use the hardware that they included, just so that, you know, I don't have to worry about it anymore. So how do we install this, you ask? So we take the roll cage. I find it easier if you take it, you line it up with the bottom of the chassis. That way you can get the end of the muffler through, just like that. Then you're just going to work it over the gas tank. The hardest part is right here, which just gotta go over, under, just like that. There we go. And now we should be able to just line everything up. It's kind of a tight fit at first, but there we go. Now that we have everything in place, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the front end down so it's lined up with the holes for the bumper. Put the bumper in place. And I'm going to take the 2 screws for both sides, feed it through the bumper hole into the little section in here, and then put one of the nuts on the end. Very simple, very easy. It's just a very large piece, so it's very hard to do. Alright guys, so now I have the front done. As you guys can see, there's a slight gap in between the bulkhead and the end of the sprocket here. So I recommend just putting a couple washers in there, just to, like one should be good enough, just to give it that slight increase. But overall, that looks pretty darn secure. Now it's going to be the same for the other side. Alright guys, with the roll cage completely installed, we can now put the tires back on. And they're easily as just sliding into place, just like that. And then putting in the 8mm nut that holds it on. Here is before. And here is after, guys. Check it out. I gotta say, that looks darn good. Now, as you guys know, for a roll cage, this is basically just to help make sure all the internal parts, like the servos and the gas tank, all that stuff do not take too much damage. Now with this, as you guys can see, there doesn't really give you enough room to actually physically work on it when you're trying to like do something real quick, but it does give you enough space to do your tuning and everything. So it looks pretty darn good. Obviously, whenever I have to do any major work to it, I'm going to be taking it off, which is very simple, as you guys have seen. So other than that, guys, thanks for checking it out, and I'll see y'all next time. And that was Goliath's Level 8 upgrade.